It's of public interest.
Well, if it's a public interest, you should let the police know.
Should I?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because the police protect the public.
Okay, well the public interest is how people's tax money is being spent, upkeep of the building, interactions with police constables. Who are you?
What? Who are you first?
I don't have to identify myself,
Then
but you're the one asking questions.
Well, no, you're filming me as I'm going into my place of work. You can imagine if I was filming you when you were going into work, you'd want to know why I was doing
Well,
it.
if you were doing it from public, I couldn't really have an objection.
No, you would. It'd be an invasion of your privacy.
The officer then reaches for a familiar but flawed comparison. He says something along the lines of, "How would you feel if I came to your job and filmed you?" As if that somehow levels the playing field. But even that analogy falls apart the moment you look at it. If someone filmed you from a public place while you worked, there'd be no grounds to object. And that's exactly the point these officers keep missing. A police station isn't a private workplace, it's a public institution paid for by taxpayers. And police officers aren't private employees, they're public servants granted exceptional authority over the people they serve. The situations are not remotely equivalent. The power dynamic is entirely different, which is why the comparison simply doesn't hold up.
No, because I can film anything I can see from public. If you're in public, you haven't got any privacy.
Right, okay. So, you're filming people at the police station for the public's benefit?
Yes.
And what are you going to do with these videos?
I don't know, just use it for my own recreation.
Okay, fantastic. Alright, well you carry on as you are.
So who are you?
I don't need to identify myself.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Just a jogger. Excuse me?
What are you doing?
I'm just filming.
Why?
Matters of public interest.
Huh?
Matters of public interest.
Alright.
Just people interested in, the upkeep of the building, how their taxes being spent. So who are you? Are you?
Do you understand that filming
police
outside of a
constable?
police station looks a little bit suspicious?
What are you suspicious of?
Well, why are you filming
Would you
outside the police
identify yourself? You're just a guy that
I don't need to
in
identify
random dress.
myself to you.
Well, I don't even know who you are, mate. Could you identify yourself, please? Fair enough, if you're a member of the public and you're curious, then I'll tell you, but if you've got a bit of authority or something, then I think you should identify yourself.
Alright mate, there's a guy filming outside the station. No, some bloke walking down.
You just come from the gym or something?
No.
Sorry, who are you?
Right, I'll tell you who I am. My name's PC Allen, I work here.
Oh, okay.
At long last, we get a name, PC Allen. But pay attention to everything that happened before that moment. The auditor had to ask multiple times just to find out who he was dealing with. Too many officers seem to forget that giving identification isn't optional, it's a fundamental requirement. When an officer is exercising police powers or questioning someone, they're obligated to state who they are. That's the foundation of accountability. The fact that it took this much back and forth to extract something as basic as a name and collar number reveals just how reluctant some officers are to embrace even the simplest forms of transparency.
I'm not here for an argument or to antagonise
Yeah, but
anyone.
I don't really understand why you're filming outside the station.
I've explained matters of public interest. People are interested in how their tax money is being spent, the upkeep of the building, interactions with police officers.
From my perspective, right?
Yeah.
Terrorist risk at the moment is substantial.
Okay.
It's quite strange that as a member of the public, you're stood outside the police station filming. Yeah.
So what are you implying? Do you
So
think
what
I'm a terrorist?
exactly are you filming?
I've explained it, sir.
Right.
So the terrorist risk is substantial, is it? When was the last time a police station was attacked by a terrorist?
Luckily, not recently.
Well, do you actually know when was the last time?
Here we see the officer invoke terrorism without a shred of evidence to support it. The auditor asks a simple question: when was the last time a UK police station was attacked by terrorists? The officer concedes he doesn't know, because it isn't an actual pattern of threat. This is the routine misuse of fear as a tool, pulling out terrorism to justify suspicion of entirely lawful behavior. It's not only lazy, it's deliberately misleading.
It's a bit of a strong word to be using.
Alright guys.
You alright, mate?
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
I'm well,
How are
yourself?
you?
Can you not surround me, please?
Okay, what's going on?
I'm just filming.
For why?
Matters of public interest.
Go on, what are the public interests?
I've already explained it to...
Okay, well you can explain it to me.
What would you like to explain to us?
Do you want to explain to me?
I've already explained it to this gentleman.
I know, but I'm not talking to him, I'm asking you.
Okay, matters of public interest, people are interested in the upkeep of the building, where their taxpayer money is being spent, stuff like that. Is that all good? I don't need to give my name.
That's true.
Would you mind giving your name?
I can if there's a policing purpose for it. But
Well, yeah, do you not have to identify yourself, sir?
Yes, I was a police officer.
Well, I don't know if you're a police officer, to be fair. Well, if you're asking me questions, you might have some...
It's just weird that you're recording outside a police station at this time of day with nobody.
I've explained, man. Would you mind identifying yourself? Section 43, yeah? So have you got to be reasonable suspicion that I'm a terrorist?
Section 43.
Right, what suspicion have you got that I'm a terrorist? Alright then, go on then, get on with it.
You're going to be searched from Section 43.
Alright, what suspicion have you got that I'm a terrorist?
The fact that you're recording outside a police...
Now they invoke Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000, a power that permits stop and search only when an officer has reasonable suspicion that someone is involved in terrorism. But the justification they offer is astonishingly weak: filming a police station from a public space. That's all. Let's be absolutely clear about what that means. They are explicitly claiming that taking photos or recording from a public area amounts to reasonable suspicion of terrorism. This directly contradicts the 2010 ACPO guidance, which clearly states that officers must not stop people from photographing or filming in public. It's written policy, and they're disregarding it entirely.
I hear that. No, you can.
Yeah, it's just a bit weird that you're searching that.
What suspicion?
Take this off as well.
Can I just leave it there?
Yeah, put it on the floor.
Yeah?
Take this off as well.
Yeah. Section 43, what reasonable grounds have you got that I'm a terrorist?
Alright, you're doing something.
What are you expecting to find? What are you expecting to find?
We're not sure yet.
Police station is obviously a high risk of terrorist threat, and that is why we decided to search you today. Alright?
High risk of terrorist threat? What does that mean? What have I done that's suspicious?
As I've said, you're filming outside of a police station.
Why I'm recording, sir.
You've not given a good reason for why you're doing so.
I said matter of public interest to upkeep of the building. How people...
Nah, you could do a freedom of information request if you really felt that way.
Freedom of information request what? What am I requesting? None of you got body worn camera on.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, thank you. So what were you expecting to find on me, sir? You mind if can I grab the phone, yeah?
Yeah, I like to.
Alright, so what were you expecting to find on me? What are the grounds for the search?
Right,
Do you mind answering the
How
question?
many times have you been filming outside of the police station?
I'm not going to answer that question. So what were you expecting to find on me?
I don't know what I was expecting to find on
So
you.
what were the grounds for the search? Filming isn't enough grounds for
As
the
I've
search,
said
is it?
to you,
Section 43 again. Do you know
Section
why I was
43
introduced? Do
gives
you know
the
why I was
police officer a
introduced?
power to search
Why was
someone who
Section
they
43
reasonably
introduced?
suspect to be a terrorist. Reasonably
What
suspect
do you
is a 2 out of 10 on the register.
2 out of 10. So what do you reasonably suspect of me being a
Because
terrorist?
you're filming outside
Is this
of a
how-
police
is this how you
station,
detain a terrorist?
Police stations are obviously
Why have you not
a
put me in cuffs
high
then? Why have you
value
not put me in cuffs? I
target
would hope
for
that-
terrorists. So from our perspective, we're wondering why you're stood out here filming, doing something which we would
I've
consider
explained, sir.
hostile reconnaissance.
It's not hostile
Alright?
reconnaissance. Someone doing hostile reconnaissance would do it covertly.
And that's why we suspect and why we need to search you.
Hostile reconnaissance would be done covertly.
It doesn't have to be.
Take that back.
It doesn't have to be, but... So why was Section 43 introduced in the first place?
See, that's the thing. A lot of people got nothing to do. I was eating my breakfast.
So what have you got to do? Unlawful searches? Is that what you do, yeah?
Have you got nothing to do with your life?
I've got nothing to do with my life, now. What do you do with your life? Just unlawfully search and detain people? You know I can sue you.
Okay.
You know I can sue you.
Okay then.
You haven't said what you're expecting to find. You didn't have reasonable suspicion. APCO 2010 says filming isn't reasonable suspicion. On the Met Police website it says that filming isn't. Why was Section 43 repelled?
Right now,
Human
you're outside of a police station.
European Court of Human Rights, yeah, repelled Section 44 of the Terrorist Act in 2010. For what reason? And now you're just using Section 43.
He then brings up Section 44, the earlier version of this power, which was scrapped in 2010 after the European Court ruled it was being misused to stop photographers without any suspicion at all. Section 43 was supposed to correct that problem by requiring genuine, evidence-based suspicion of terrorism. Yet here, the officers are using it in exactly the same way the repeal law was abused. Same behavior, same misuse, only the section number has changed.
So this is what we do now, yeah? We done now, yeah? Alright, I'm gonna keep filming. I'm gonna keep filming.
Get moved on by other officers.
Alright, cool, I'm gonna keep filming. What?
You've got nothing to do with your life.
I've got nothing to do, yeah.
Alright,
What have you got to do? Unlawful detentions and that?
Yeah, just leave him. We'll crim it and put it on. Have you circulated it? The fact that he's being weird.
Yeah, we already know you.
Right, sweet.
Alright, you're dismissed, yeah?
Dismissed.
Yeah, you're dismissed, yeah.
And once the legally dubious search produces exactly what anyone would expect, nothing, it's the auditor who ends the encounter. It's a completely lawful reversal, and frankly, well-deserved. When officers detain someone without proper grounds, there's no requirement to act as though their conduct was justified. He simply reflects their own attitude back at them.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Okay, and why is that?
Matters of public interest.
And what is that?
The upkeep of the building, how tax money is being spent,
Right.
interactions with police constables.
Okay.
I like your scooter.
Thank you. But what's the purpose of the?
In the politest way possible, I've literally just explained it.
No, I know you have, but
Thank you.
I don't understand what it is that you're.
So I'll repeat it if you want.
No, you can, yeah.
So matters of public interest
But what it's kind of
pertaining
vague.
to the upkeep of the building,
But it's a bit-
interactions with police constables,
Okay.
and how people's tax money is being spent.
Okay. And what's the purpose? What is that?
The purpose is to promote that photography isn't a crime.
No, it's not. No,
So that's technically that's the purpose.
But of course, we have a
technically
duty
speaking.
as officers to
Absolutely.
see people filming outside.
Definitely,
the police
and your
station.
approach has been, pretty good. Your demeanour is decent.
You know, like so. But I mean, you're not. So it's not. There's no nefarious.
No, it's not reconnaissance or there's no hostility involved or anything.
A new officer arrives, and the difference is immediate. Calm voice, reasonable questions, no rush to escalate. This is de-escalation training in action. Nothing about the situation has changed, the same auditor, the same filming, the same location. The only thing that's different is the officer's attitude. And just look at the outcome, this is what professional policing actually delivers.
Could I ask you to identify yourself, just
Yeah.
for the sake of, obviously it's a requirement to do so, but I feel like you've been quite positive,
Well,
so
yeah.
I shed light on the good and the bad, do you
Yeah.
understand?
My name.
Can you identify yourself?
Yeah, Constable Blair.
Constable Blair, and your number?
Sorry.
And your number, Mr. Blair?
5455 Sierra Oscar.
5455 Sierra
Right.
Oscar. Alright, Mr. Blair.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that's how it should be done. That's how you should apprehend public photographers. So big up Mr. Blair.
He actually listens. He isn't talking over the auditor, dismissing him, or jumping straight to worst-case assumptions, he's simply listening. This is the basic communication the previous officers completely failed to show. When you treat members of the public as potential threats instead of human beings, you stop hearing what they're saying. This officer understood the situation immediately because he wasn't viewing everything through a lens of paranoia. This is what accountability looks like. And the fact that it feels unusual shows just how far the standard has slipped. This shouldn't be remarkable, it should be routine. But when so many officers refuse to meet even the most fundamental obligations, those who do stand out sharply. Two very different responses to the same situation. One group of officers misapplied terrorism powers without any lawful basis. Another officer, Constable Blair, 545 Sierra Oscar, interpreted the law correctly and treated the auditor with basic professionalism. Section 43 requires reasonable suspicion of terrorism. Filming from a public place has never met that threshold, and it never will. The earlier officers' refusal to identify themselves and their reliance on ego only highlighted how flimsy the original detention really was. Constable Blair did the opposite. He listened, identified himself properly, and de-escalated the situation. And if you want to protect yourself in encounters just like this, you can join the thousands who've already downloaded my Know Your Rights guide. It's linked below and includes the exact laws, phrases, and steps you need to stay safe and legally protected during any police interaction. Know your rights. Stay informed. And I'll see you in the next one.